Okay, I want to show a way to work on headstand dropover using the chair and a space at the wall. If you have any reservations about headstand, well, then you probably shouldn't do headstand dropover. You should just stay away from the pose at all. So this is for someone who's pretty comfortable with headstand, isn't conflicted about headstand, wants to work on the poses that come out of that posture. Okay, so I've put a blanket against the top of my chair so that it's nice and stable. I've got myself 3 blankets to build up some height. And I'm going to give a handful of cues repeatedly, going from what your upper back needs to do and what your legs need to do. And we're going to work on a controlled descent and coming back up. So the only way to have a controlled descent is to have a pretty controlled headstand. Okay, not a basic pose, but a basic entry into an advanced pose. Something like that. All right, so I've got my fingers, I'm interlaced for my headstand right here at the chair legs. And that's, everything builds from this solid foundation of your forearms down. So I'm going to set my shoulders and start to work my back bend before I even go up. So I make this length along my torso. I move my upper back in and my shoulders back. So it's a closed chain shoulder retraction. I'm overdoing it a lot. Lift your chin. All right, then I'm going to lift my hips up and I'm going to walk in. My head's up. Then I'll put my head down and lift my shoulders away from my ears. And from there, however you want to go up, go up. All right, so here's the series of actions. Once I'm stable in my headstand, pound your forearms down, suck your shoulders back, and come to the top of your forehead, right at your hairline. This is going to increase your cervical curve, and it's going to help you increase your thoracic extension, your upper back bend. Now bend your knees. Create a strong little hamstring curl. Move the tops of your thighs back. So I'm decreasing hip extension to increase thoracic extension. All right, now I want to turn my feet into searchlights. Point my toes. And I got a couple actions here. I'm going to toe my hamstrings right where they join my buttocks to bring my pelvis forward. Stretch out through my knees, down through my toes, and there's the chair. Once I've tapped it, I go back up. And I can practice that several times, so I just know I'm in control on the way down, and I'm in control on the way up. Well, you could guess that this game just goes like that. I could say to myself, self, I didn't touch the blanket, so I would add one. I'd say, self, no problem. Take the blanket off to the side, and I go through the steps again. And I repeat the process. All those same cues, you can stop the tape, rewind it, and write them all down, because they're the same every time I do the pose, until I'm working on my chair seat. And here I'm just starting with bent legs. I know where I'm going. So push your forearms down, massive shoulder retraction. Come to the top of your head. Push the back of your head right into the heels of your hands. Push your head into the floor and move your upper back in. Put a little flexion in at your hips. Get a deeper upper back bend. Then turn your toes into searchlights. Tone your hamstrings right where they join your buttocks to extend your hip. Stretch out through your knees, down through your shins, and draw your feet towards your body. Tap and straighten. And you put all those things less step by step. Suck back, shoulders back, chest forward, hips open. And you put them into a little bit faster krama. Step by step will serve you well. Once you've memorized it, it won't be so choppy. It'll be all those things that you're doing to make the pose unfold. Okay, have fun.